On February 26, 2012, George Zimmerman killed 17-year-old Trayvon Martin. 21 minutes before Trayvon was to be found dead, Zimmerman made a call to the police reporting a suspicious person, that person being Trayvon. The police prompted Zimmerman to stay in his vehicle where he was and wait for the police to arrive. On the call, you can hear Zimmerman say,
"These assholes, they always get away."
Then, 2 minutes into the call, he leaves his vehicle to follow Martin, saying,
"Make a left." Shit, he's running.
He's running? Which way is he running?
to which the police tell him,
Yeah.
Okay, we don't need you to do that.
Okay.
in the tape, you can hear Zimmerman say,
Fucking dogs.
Are you?
in regards to Martin. Zimmerman ended the call at 7:15, and when police arrived at the scene at 7:30, Zimmerman was found with a bloody nose. Trayvon was found face down on the ground, dead. At a conference held at the University of Florida Law School, Charles Blow spoke about the coverage of the Trayvon Martin case and the significance of it within the African American community.
This country. As Juan Williams wrote, somewhat snidely in the Wall Street Journal, nationally, nearly half of all murder victims are black, and the overwhelming majority of those black people are killed by other black people. Where is the march for them? It is true that black-on-black crime in general and black lives being taken by other black people in particular is a tragedy, and any life taken is a tragedy. But this case, for many people, wasn't about an extraordinary death, but about the extraordinary inequity in the pursuit of justice and the misapplication of the presumption of guilt. This was about a man who was found standing over a dead body and was able to talk his way out of a police precinct. Who was deserving of the presumption of guilt or innocence in this case? The dead boy with the candy, or the man standing over his body with the gun? Furthermore, on a pure storytelling level, the story had all the elements of a great story. Guns and murder, an unarmed boy and a suspicious man, racial profiling and threat responses. In particular, it raised some tough questions. Why did George Zimmerman find Trayvon Martin suspicious, which were his words when he first called 911? What about Trayvon Martin provoked what appeared to be a threat response in George Zimmerman, even though he was armed and inside a vehicle?
Zimmerman was then acquitted of second-degree murder under Florida's Stand Your Ground laws, which say that defendants can stand their ground and don't have to retreat from places and can use any level of force they believe they need to use against threat of serious bodily harm or death. Our national constitution doesn't say anything about self-defense, but in the Florida state constitution it states that all natural persons are equal before the law and have inalienable rights, among which are the right to enjoy and defend life and liberty. The Stand Your Ground laws are built upon a philosophy of shooting first and thinking about the shots taken later. The wording of such laws are ambiguous and allow for too much room for interpretation. For example, laws like these exist to protect the people's ability to defend themselves against harm, and for them to be used to kill innocent people who cause suspicion but no true threat should be unconstitutional, and yet some authorities like Zimmerman disproportionately abuse Stand Your Ground laws to murder minorities, like Trayvon, with a legal stance to back them up. Trayvon Martin had a constitutional right to self-defense against George Zimmerman, who had racially profiled Martin and instigated an attack on him, then, under the guise of standing his ground and self-defense, used lethal force against him. Today is December 21st, 2017. Almost 6 years since Trayvon Martin was killed. 19 states have enacted Stand Your Ground laws. In a study done in October of 2015, it was found that a defendant is 2 times more likely to be convicted in a case that involves white victims compared to those involving non-white victims. which means that you are more likely to receive a guilty verdict in cases where the victims were white, and you are more likely to receive a not guilty verdict if the victims were not white.